Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Let's see. Okay. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that.
It's time. But not with any regret. There's some excitement. Like, all right, what next?
Well, that is the question. What is next for Sean Payton and the Saints? The best coach in franchise history is stepping away from coaching football. Sean Payton was named head coach of the Saints back in 2006. He's been the head coach for 15 seasons. In that time, the Saints went from underdog to one of the best franchises in the NFL. 10 winning seasons, 6 NFC South Division titles, and their first and only Super Bowl back in 2009, all coming under Sean Payton. Now, after a season with uncertainty, injuries, relocation for a bit, and more, Sean says it's now time to step away from the game.
Well, it was challenging for everyone. But man, I felt like it was time. I felt like it was time. You know, I kind of knew maybe heading into training camp this might, but you don't share that with anyone. You think, well, let's see how the season goes, and we're working hard. And I felt the time was right for me. I felt the time was right. And it's something that I've been thinking about, that it was the right thing. And then the last week and a half, yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
Now, during his press conference, Sean also gave a glimpse into what his future could look like. Is it TV, or could he come back at some point? He addressed that today as well.
I've not spoken to anyone from a media outlet relative to doing television or radio. Maybe that opportunity arises. I think I'd like to do that. I think I'd be pretty good at it. I still have a vision for doing things in football. And I'll be honest with you, that might be coaching again at some point. I don't think it's this year. I think maybe in the future, but that's not where my heart is right now.
Of course, there will be more speculation on what Payton does next, but also what the Saints do next. They look to replace their legendary head coach. And don't forget, the Saints have strong ties to the Jackson area, especially Millsaps College. During Sean Payton's first year of leading the
So basically, Sean Payton, that was him talking about he's leaving, he's retiring. Um, Sean Payton left because Drew Brees is gone, and he don't see it. He tried to make something out of Taysom Hill. He just sees Hill is gonna be who he is. Jameis was balling out. Sean Payton was happy for that, and he got hurt, and Payton just had a smirk on his face like, what now? It's like, what now? What else can happen? My thing is this. Sean Payton is going to come back to coach, okay? He's not going to stay away from long. The team he ought to look into, people are saying Dallas Cowboys, the fans yelling Dallas. He is not coming to Dallas. For one, Jerry gonna have to either be passed away, going on to glory, or he gonna give up power to Sean Payton, which I don't see, because Jerry is trying to prove he can win without Jimmy Johnson or his players. And this is why Dallas has been held hostage. This is why Dallas has been terrible for forever. That's just how it is. It's just, to me, Sean Payton, if he comes back, I think he ought to either go for the Cardinals job where Kyler Murray's there, or I could see him somewhere by then, something opening up. Some said in the chat earlier that I was doing in the live stream. Oh man, HD, he ought to try to go to the Dolphins. Well, yeah, but Tua's there. Now if they basically hold on, sorry about that. If they basically get a quarterback, then I could see him doing that. I could see him doing that, but they have to get a quarterback. But all the Dolphins really needed was to go get Justin Herbert in the draft. If not, trade for Deshaun Watson. Tua Tagovailoa, or Tua, I call him Tuna. Tuna fish is not it. He is not it at all, man. All he is a big. He's not good at all. The guy's underachieved, and he cost Brian Flores the job. Cost him the job. So, to me, I think Sean Payton to chill out for a little bit. Then he'll get himself back right. Then he'll come back. But my thing is this: I don't know where people are saying Dallas. I just do not see him and Jerry getting along, because to me, Jerry is a guy who needs control. He's a guy who needs control, a lot of it, because he don't want anybody to think he can't do it without Jimmy. And my thing is this: does it really matter anymore? It don't matter. It didn't matter then. You signed off on the checks, Jerry. It's like we gotta wake up out of this twilight zone of, oh well, he can't win without Jimmy, or he need Jimmy players and that. And it's like, who cares, dog? You think Robert Kraft care if Bill Belichick is getting all the credit? Hell no. He could care less. He don't care. You should have signed Sean Payton a long time ago. Sean Payton should have been a Dallas Cowboys coach. He would have been perfect as the Cowboys coach. He would have turned the Cowboys around. But no. Jerry had to mess that up, just like he messed. Bill Belichick ultimately would have turned them around. Now with Sean Payton, I think he will take this year off, and then next year he'll probably be back. You know, he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be ready to play, and everybody will be like, "Oh, okay, we got Sean Payton back," and that's what'll happen. I just think he's just taking some time off now, because coaching is very tiring, you know. But he retired because he ain't got no more Drew Brees. Don't let him fool you. He is retired because if Drew Brees still could play, Sean Payton would play. Sean Payton see it is tough to develop these quarterbacks, and it's like, hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it ain't. It is what it is, and it is what it ain't. So you got to leave it like that. But Sean Payton will take his time to chillax, probably go overseas, take his wife or, his family somewhere overseas. And then he'll be like, all right, I'm tired of my wife or I'm tired of the grandkids or whatever, and he'll be back. He'll be back to coaching. He will be back to coaching. We'll see, man. But where do you think Sean Payton will end up? I think he'll come back. I think Cliff Kingsbury will be fired by then from the Cardinals. I could really see him being that coach. If the Dolphins are doing okay and they just need a head coach, I could see him there. I could see Sean Payton everywhere. He could be anywhere. Dallas, if Jerry Jones passes away, not wishing that on him, but if he passes away tomorrow or next season, Sean Payton will come back and coach the Cowboys because Steven will be like, look, come save us. My pops wanted all this control. We kept trying to help him, but you know how he is. So we'll see, man. But I can see him coming back and doing something with the Cardinals. I think Cliff Kingsbury's gonna fail miserable this year, and I can see Sean Payton going to the Cardinals because I could see him actually getting control and being able to run the offense how he wants and to get the personnel. I really could see him doing that. And not only that, I could see him for the Raiders. If the Raiders don't find them a real strong coach. But next year, I think Cliff Kingsbury will be gone after this year because I think he's going to choke. I could see the Titans job opening up. The Titans job would be good if he could get a quarterback because you got the pieces, you got the defense and everything. So it's a lot of jobs out there, you know. So thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word, or excuse me, don't do all that. You can go to the description box. Sorry guys, I'm tired. You can go to the description box, hit the link. It'll take you straight to my Cash App where you could donate $1. You could donate $1 million. Whatever you have, we'll accept. Thank you for listening, and we out. Live boy.